Here in Indiana, it's $30 a year for membership. You don't have to be a veteran to join. Before I left, though, I was going to mention that I think time is short for Jameis Winston down in Tampa Bay, and this might be his final season there if he can't get it together. And instead of drafting a quarterback in next year's draft, I think they might be in the market for a Super Bowl MVP in Nick Foles. So that'd be a potential landing spot for Foles next season.
You were absolutely right when you were saying that. I was thinking that very same thing myself. Rick, we're kind of in our balance extra now. We're only going to be on this for a minute or two. But here's the thing. Let's talk a little bit about the Pacers and the Cavaliers. The Pacers have given LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers everything they can. And I tell you what, I think LeBron James and the Cavs, they're getting gassed. I mean, yes, we still got one more game to play. Yes, it's a Game 7 at home in Cleveland. Yes, it's going to be difficult for the Pacers to win. Yes, the Pacers are playing on house money. At the same time, Rick, I honestly, truly believe this, not because I'm a Pacer homer, but I honestly, truly believe that the Pacers can beat the Cavaliers in round one. And if that happens, that's going to put the NBA, TNT, TBS, Reggie Miller, everybody in the fetal position, because the Cavaliers will not be in the finals this year. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think in order to do that, they're going to have a game like last night. They don't have to blow them out for 30 points. But what happened with the Pacers last night was they cut down on the turnovers. And we're seeing them average about 15 to 17 turnovers just in the first half of all the other games. They even happened in the first game of the series where they won by about 20 points. They cut down on the turnovers. They played defense, and the guys were hitting shots. We're seeing guys not make shots late when we really need shots to go in, especially for Victor Oladipo. And he had a triple-double last night. He's knocking down shots, getting assists, cutting down on the turnovers, and guys are stepping up and knocking down free throws. They've had a problem hitting free throws late in games. They're losing these games by 3, 4, 5 points, and it's coming down to free throws, missing opportunities late. And the Pacers put a complete game together last night, cut down on the turnovers, hit the free throws. A guy stepped up when the game was starting to tilt towards the Cavs at one point or the other. So they need that again tomorrow night. They have to put together another complete game. So it's going to be a tough environment in Cleveland.
I tell you what, also, if we look out west, just a few words. Houston, 50-burger. I tell you what, Golden State is not entitled to the championship again this year.
Oh, no way. I'm looking forward to that Houston Golden State series. If that happens down the road here, that is going to be great, and that's going to determine probably the next couple years the shape of the NBA. Because if Golden State can just pull off another win, a championship, or even just beat Houston, I mean, what does that say about the state of the NBA? It's just being dominated by Golden State right now. I would like to see Houston get a win there, kind of even things out, bring balance to the force, because it's Golden State running away with the league right now.
Of course, bring balance to the force. So what else would you bring balance to? How about bringing the force to the balance? We need to have a Star Wars theme show sometime, Rick. We'll get you on that as well. So, Rick, after the show is going to get out the link to the show to where you guys can hear us on the Stitcher link, the TuneIn link, all of that. Rick's going to get that out there. But most importantly, what we want, guys, is we want our fans to get involved with us. Rick, tell us how they can do that.
I'll definitely get out on Twitter, hit our links, call in to our shows. We're live every Saturday morning. We're live just this past Thursday. Visit the-balannce.online. You can get it through the website. Number of places: Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, TuneIn, soon to be Spotify and iHeartRadio. There's just a million ways, no matter what you're doing, what your preference of streaming platform is. The Balance is going to be on there, so definitely download us. We're going to be anywhere you can find it. Any app that you have, we're going to be on it.
Absolutely, and here's the great thing about it. You know what? A lot of these other shows, they take snippets and they create best ofs, and their podcast might be an interview, or their podcast might be a couple of interviews, but their podcast in most cases is not their show. Our podcast is our show. So if you missed the live show and you're listening to the podcast, which if you're hearing my voice right now, you are listening to the podcast because we are no longer live. We are just on the internet and doing our podcast thing right now. So I tell you what, see, this is what's great. You get to hear things that people on the live show don't get to hear. So our show is our podcast, and Rick is doing a great job of maintaining our platforms, and certainly Rick is doing a great job with getting us promoted, and I totally forgot our acronym, Rick. I have a brain fart. Please tell our listeners what our acronym is now.
We are American AF. That is the acronym. You can decipher AF as much as you want.
Google
AF.
AF.
That is the acronym. If you want to talk about the balance, if you want to tweet us out, use hashtag American AF.
There you go. Let's get that hashtag trending, and I'm serious. American AF and hashtag the balance as well. My name is tom-marquis, El Presidente, rick-riggin. Rick, where can people find your work and your masterpieces, sir? I know you got 12 versus 5. Talk with us a little bit about what you got going on over there.
12 versus 5, the focus for that this week is going to be all on Monday, as Romeo Langford finally is going to make his announcement on Monday. IU, Vanderbilt, Kansas. To me, it doesn't make any sense for him to go to Kansas whatsoever. So it's down to IU or Vanderbilt. And, you know, my focus and a lot of eyes here in Indiana, it's all going to be paying attention to Monday morning. Also find me on Twitter at rick-riggin.
Why the hell would Romeo Langford want to go to Vanderbilt anyway? For a one and done, it's not like he's going to be a lawyer or a doctor. IU, it only makes sense. He's going to be a Hoosier, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it first here on The Balance. Actually, you probably heard it everywhere. But, hey, we'll take credit for telling you first. Remember our hashtags, and Rick will make sure.
Here's the question, real quick. Here's the question. If he's going to be a one and done, so what team gives him the best shot to go to the NBA? Is we Archie Miller and IU or Bryce Drew down at Vanderbilt? That's the question.
That sounds like a perfect poll question for this weekend on The Balance.
I think it does.
So we'll hear what the listeners. Absolutely. All right, Rick, we'll talk with you soon. My name's tom-marquis, El Presidente. Don't take a drive. It isn't cool. I'm out of here. Deuces. We'll see you next week right here on the Balance Radio Network.
Join us next week for The Balance. In the meantime, check us out on Twitter, T-Balance, or Facebook, The Balance, or online at www.thebalanceonline.com.